That's tough. How do you define beauty?
I believe that beauty is how everyone perceives it to be. Some could use looks, some could use personality, some could use charm.
Beauty is something that comes from within you. I think that your aesthetics can add to that, but I really feel like that your personality is going to take you further with most people than any shirt or shoes or whatever, or being thin or anything is going to get you in life.
A lot of people think of that word and they think about, your genetics, like what you look like. But I honestly think it goes a lot deeper than that.
When I see somebody and I call them, or I say that they're a beautiful person, I'm referring more to their personality than anything else.
It's not just what you look like, but it's, how you are as a person. Beauty is not skin deep.
I believe that the media is a big part involving body image.
I think that people put way too much emphasis on what they look like and the number that comes up when they step on a scale.
As you will see in social networks, a lot of people, girls, they are skinny, very little clothing, makeup shown everywhere.
Body shaming on social networks. Wow. I have a Twitter, I have a Facebook, and I have a Tumblr. And that is something I see a lot of.
I feel that social networks and media cause a big outbreak in why some girls have really big negative body images on themselves.
I feel like because people put so much emphasis on what you look like, it's creating a lot of problems.
It's not just body shaming of fat people, it's also, I find this new trend of body shaming skinny people with this whole real men don't want bones, they want curves. Who the fuck cares?
People who are overweight say that, these people who are super skinny are really disgusting, and vice versa. People who are really skinny tend to be like, fat people should be required to go to the gym or whatever, and it's not their problem either way. And I'm sure that for whoever the individual is, they already have enough pressure on them from the media and from their relationships with people that you should stay out of it and just completely butt out. It's their personal prerogative.
Real men are gonna be with a girl for their feelings towards her. It has nothing to do with your body type, so honestly that's just stupid. It's just people who are insecure trying to bring down others, and it's just this vicious trend that needs to stop.
I would say that heavier set girls feel more ashamed about their bodies due to the social media and social networking. And I believe that they have a negative body image because they don't feel that their bodies are pretty. They don't feel that their bodies are equal compared to what they see on TV. But in reality, they're beautiful too.
I think that people who tend to be overweight are more prone to this type of body shaming, only because in today's society, it is more acceptable to be skinny rather than overweight.
I think that the media does hold some responsibility in the insecurities of their viewers.
This is primarily due to the media altering images to make their productions look better, or the images that they're putting out look better.
They alter everything. I mean, there are models that are size 2 and they still get altered to look skinnier.
Insecurities are a big part to everyone, but also the media portrays those insecurities, and therefore people watching the media would have those same insecurities as well.
It's completely unrealistic.
I definitely think that the media is the primary reason for people being insecure with themselves and the way that they look and their weight and everything.
I think that the media should definitely, take responsibility in that.
These shows like America's Next Top Model, you never see anybody who is overweight whatsoever go on that show. You always, even in television shows, in magazines, it's always skinny, really attractive looking people, and this is mostly because they have programs like Photoshop and post-production techniques and After Effects that make people look fake.
You have young boys and girls looking at the media and thinking that's how they should look.
The images that we see every day in the media are unrealistic representations of these people, and I can't specifically say where I've seen this, but I have seen quotes from celebrities that say, "This isn't really how I look." Or if you go online and you look up a picture of a celebrity that you think is really attractive without any makeup on or any effects that the media has done, they look like a normal person. And I think this disconnect between what we see in the media and reality creates the problem of this whole body image epidemic that we're having, and I really do genuinely think the media is to blame for that.
Some insecurities that I have is I feel that I'm not intelligent enough at times to be in school, or that I'm not right for my nursing major. There are times when I don't feel pretty enough because I only get about 3 hours of sleep at night and I don't have time to get myself to look nice.
Of course I have insecurities. Who doesn't? I mean, I'm not tiny. I'm definitely bigger. And I think that the media did have sort of a role to play with that. I mean, it's hard to look at magazines and television shows and have it be like, this is beauty, and, you know, not to fit into like those general guidelines that they've kind of set for American culture. But at the end of the day, like, I'm healthy, so that's all that really matters.
Some of the insecurities that I have are, I feel like I'm overweight. And the reason that I feel that way is I am a gay man, and stereotypically, gay men are seen as very effeminate, skinny, very muscular, very fashion conscious, very clean, things like that. And these stereotypes are perpetuated through the media that you view on a daily basis, and I think that is one of the main reasons I feel this way, because I don't live up to every stereotype that there are for gay people, and that's really, at the end of the day, very detrimental to your self-esteem. Every time I put on an outfit or I go clothes shopping, I'm always aware of, is this going to make me look fat? Is this going to make me unattractive? And it's something I genuinely worry about.
I believe what causes insecurities is living an everyday struggle. I try not to watch TV. I've always come to the conclusion that no matter where you go, there are always people who are going to be better than you, but then there are people who are always going to be worse off than you.
I feel that the media is a primary proprietor of creating a disconnect between what people actually are and what we think we should be.
When I was in high school, I was in a band, and I remember we had a MySpace. Everybody had a MySpace back when I was in high school. And I remember the one time we got a message, and this kid, he commented about the fat drummer and said that he could hear her body rolls slapping together, which, I mean, I've never heard my body rolls slap together, but I mean, I'm really sorry if that offended him in any way.
My sister she counts every calorie. She is obsessed. If she doesn't get the latest outfit or whatever, she goes crazy.
I definitely do think that men have insecurities the same way as women do. I just don't think it's as hot of a topic because men aren't gonna come right out and be like, oh, I'm so insecure. I mean, a woman would probably tell you first about her insecurities before a man would.
Men also have insecurities in the same type of way as women. Men may not show it as much because men are more secretive, they are more masculine, and they don't show their emotions as much compared to women. But men go through the same things that women do, they just don't express it.
Although it's not as popular or well known, I feel that men actually have just as many insecurities as women do. I think that they're different and that they're not talked about as much due to males having this sense of pride and masculinity, and they don't want to appear like they have feelings or that things bother them.
We should definitely focus on the media's effect on men as well as women because, quite frankly, it can hurt a man just as much as it can a woman.
From my own personal experience, the media has put just as much pressure on me to be that athletic, muscular, successful person, which I don't feel is realistic for all people, and definitely not for myself.
I believe that people should focus on the media's effect on men and women as well, because like I said, with women, they choose women who are really skinny, big boobs, big butt, long hair, tan skin. For men, they make sure that they have 6 to 8 pack, all muscles, really tall, athletic build. And I feel that both men and women, when they watch this, they compare their own bodies to what they see.
A piece of advice that I have for people who are insecure with themselves is to take a deep breath and remember that you are a fantastic person, and as long as you're true to yourself, then you're beautiful.
I would say to men and women who have self-esteem issues to not let everything get to you. Be with people who help you make you feel you. That be your peers, your friends, spouse, or the person you're in a relationship with, or most importantly, your family, your professors, and your teachers, and your advisors and counselors. They're here for you all the time. I would say don't judge your body based on what you see. Believing is for seeing, but not when it comes to your body. You're the only one that defines your beauty. You're the only one that defines who you are as an individual.
My advice would be, who the fuck cares? You are who you are, and that's what makes you you. So I don't know why you would spend your whole life dwelling on the fact that you don't look like a certain way. You know, I mean, as long as you're the best person that you can be at the end of the day, that's all that really matters.